Hello! It is I, Nerdyjojo. I have once again arrived. I am here. I am currently alive. Hello, hello, hello. How is everything going? Today is yet another day. It is cold. I have the heater on. I am wrapped up in a nice cozy blanket, and yet I am still cold and I don't like it. Very bad, very bad. Anyways, hello. What else do I have to say? Well, it was snowing today. It was snowing. It was snowing last night. It started raining at like 9 p.m. It started snowing again this morning, and then that melted. And then it was snowing again this afternoon, and then that melted. Yeah. Weather has been a little wild, I suppose, is what I'm saying, basically. It's only a matter of time before it starts staying, though. It's only a matter of time. And, I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't like the cold. I don't much like the cold. That's what I've been complaining about for the last 2 minutes. Minute-ish. Yeah. Cold. It's cold. Oh, I hope. I hope I cannot be cold. Anyways, I'm sure nobody really cares about that. And if you do, thank you for caring about that. But in all honesty, we are here for something that is nothing absolutely to do with the cold. Oh, okay, maybe it might have something to do with the cold, but generally, necessarily, no, it does not have anything to do with the cold. You see, what are we doing today? It's the same thing I've been doing for the last 5 Monday streams. I will be taking 2 Pokemon, and I shall fuse them into one monstrosity. Yes, that is yet another day of that. I was thinking that last week was going to be the last week of this, but then I had some technical issues. I could have fixed the issues on stream, but I really wasn't feeling it at that point. So I just didn't. But today we have more things to worry about. Okay, well, not more things to worry about. Today, I have fixed the technical issues, and hopefully when we go and get this going, we won't run into technical issues. I'll make 2 more Pokemon fusions, and then this should be the last week of this before I decide to move on to something else. I, of course, have a plan on what I want to do, which should be actually really fun, but we'll see how today goes first. I, at the very least, know that I want to be able to make at least 2 or 6 Pokemon. I already have 4. Well, technically 5, because I did make 1 last week, but I want to make 2 more Pokemon fusions today. And before we can make any Pokemon fusions, we need to generate what Pokemon we are using. So, like always, I have it set to generate 2 Pokemon, all regions, so that includes ones that I don't necessarily know, all types, legendaries, and it will include a picture of their sprites. So, now, where do we start? I guess we'll just, Lifeling Zuki, hello, how are you? How are you today? While I wait for if you answer, I'm going to just generate the Pokemon. What we gonna get? A Parsinium? Or a I know how to say it, actually. You're all right? That's good to hear, Anyways, welcome. We're fusing Pokemon. I think these Pokemon will actually be really easy. A Granville and a Parsinium. Maybe I don't know how to say that, but the monkey one from Alola. I think these two Pokemon will be really easy to generate. So I'm just gonna... It's salty, I'm getting beat in my favorite game. You know what? It's fair enough, fair enough. Sometimes it's inevitable to end up with a little salt. Yeah. Okay. If it's not clear, I'm just gonna look up the pictures for a reference of these Pokemon real quick before I go on. Maybe I'll just switch the scene over onto the Photoshop while we do that. Okay. Or maybe I'll just down screen that for a second. I'm struggling. Anyways, yeah, no. Salt, perfectly natural. There is going to be plenty of salt, I'm sure. Always. You're drawing the fusions? Yes, I am. I've been doing this for a couple weeks. I've gotten a lot of really, really cool Pokemon. Ramble. Okay, there we go. Back to the Photoshop. I will be throwing in the references and then we get started. Yeah. I don't know. I take this as very much a learning experience. I learn how to get better at digital drawing. Because I like art. And I usually draw, if I'm drawing, I usually draw on, what's it called? Paper and pencil. But I've decided today that, I've decided a couple weeks ago that I will be getting better at digital drawing. So here is what we're fusing. I actually have a bit of an idea for these two. I think these two, despite their very different body shapes, are actually gonna fuse into a really neat little Pokemon, and I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. Basically is what we're doing. So here we go. Probably switch the thing, paintbrush, write files. Kinda ironic because I hate art since I can't do it, but I love seeing people draw. I mean, there's nothing wrong with oh wait, where was I going with that? There's nothing wrong with liking to watch people draw, even if you're not necessarily fantastic at it. I don't think it's ironic at all. It's really fascinating to see people who are really, 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 really good at draw really, really good at art. I'm not necessarily super confident in my artistic skills either, but, you know, I really do quite like seeing other people drawing. I don't know, I think it's not weird at all or ironic, but it's really whatever opinion it is, I suppose. Okay. I know what I want to do, and I'll just kind of explain it. So I'm thinking it's very this guy's body, Persimmon body-like, and we take the Gramble teeth jaws and maybe it looks kind of like that. I don't know if we should open the mouth or not. We'll figure that out later. There's a reason you have the sketch layers, of course, because these things are not easy to draw, and maybe we'll give them Gramble ears. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I think this is gonna be a really interesting Pokemon. I feel like other people can do it justice better than I could. But that's not the point now, is it? Like I said, I am very much practicing and learning myself. We get practice, we learn. That's it. Yeah. Do I have anything interesting? I wonder. Any interesting stories from the last week? Nah, not overly. Honestly, it's cute. I'm so distracted, but it's cute already. What if it's... Instead of just drawing like a full... I think Granville's body is actually probably a little bit easier to draw. So maybe I'll go with a slightly more Granville-like body. There we got its legs already. We'll give it a long tail though. And its buff little monkey arms. Egg-chan, I'm gonna lurk because I'm on lunch break and Pog. Okay, feel free to lurk. Hello, Egg-chan. Hello. Please enjoy your lunch. It's very important to eat a proper lunch. I actually ate lunch today. I had some ramen earlier. I had it a little before what normal or what you would expect lunchtime to be. I had it at 12 or 11:30. I had it at 11:30 because I didn't eat breakfast, which is not good. I didn't eat breakfast, so I had ramen at 11:30. I don't think there's a problem with that. At least I'm eating. I love the teeth on this guy. Yeah, thank you. I love the teeth on this guy too. Tis a fusion. I think this guy's gonna be one of my better ones that I end up doing overall. Just for the simple fact that these two Pokemon... I don't know, but I feel like these are just... I've said it already so many times before I even got too far. But I really do think these are going to combine really, really nice into one monstrosity. I'm not so sure about the colors just yet, but that's the problem for later. Maybe it's almost... This is kind of like a... I think it's supposed to be kind of like a football player, I think. If that makes any sense at all. Also, I'm changing the look. Yeah. I just needed to rearrange the orders of the layers for a second. I was trying to draw on top of this for a second, just to, but it wasn't going well because the order of the layers didn't make sense. I messed up. You know what? I'm just not gonna bother. We're just gonna... There we go. Fixed it. See that? Anyways, what else? Not much else going on. Just loving this. I can't wait to see this colored in. It's not even done the sketch yet, but I love it. I need to make it holding the ball of some kind. It's not even technically a ball, it's like a fruit. I don't remember too much about these little guys. I remember Oranguru was a pain to deal with. But what was it? The grass totem Pokemon. Absolute pain in this game or something. Well, that is the... I don't remember what it's called, but the one that is a leaf, but it looks like a bug. That totem Pokemon took me forever to deal with. I think I had to retry the battle a couple times, admittedly. So not something I'm necessarily proud of per se, but that's not the point. And it was I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. All I know is that I want to incorporate this in somehow. And it should hold this somehow. I don't want it just to be holding it right in front of its chest because that doesn't seem very fun. Or maybe I'll just draw an arm kind of like this. And where's my eraser at? There it is. Maybe I'll just give up and draw it in front of his chest. Just for the sake of I don't know what else to do with it exactly. Honestly, I don't think that's too bad overall. I think it's actually very, very cute. And that's the important part, don't you think? Well, maybe not necessarily the important part, but I think that's the important part. Just have to believe in the process. In fact, I might already go on to like a second, slightly more clean sketch. See where this gets me. Might help if the jaw is gonna be a problem. Yes. So we'll go very bramble-like here. Draw the big chomping teeth. Big chomping teeth. Try this a second time. Does this? Persimmon. Just switching the look real quick. At a different angle of the Pokemon. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a beard thing going on there. It does have a little bit of a beard thing going. So we'll just add that in too. Oh, it's very, very fluffy. Very fluffy, very cute. I love it already. And on honesty, though, I do think I quite enjoy this little guy. This little guy is precious and something sweet. Good stuff right there. That made no sense at all. Don't worry about it. What if I try to draw the mouth open? You know what? No, we won't bother. No need to overcomplicate things. Sometimes simple is better. You know what? I like simple plants. They're good. They're quite... Where was I going with that? I don't even know. Keep things simple. Makes your life easier. There we go. Anyways, do I have anything anything else I can chat about? Anything that's interesting at all? Do I have any stories from this weekend that I can talk about? This was a pretty boring last couple. Well, I can't say that. I've been eagerly watching as I continue to get views on the video I posted a while ago. I'm surprised it keeps going up. It's kind of slowed down over the last couple days, though. But I suppose that is to be expected. But it was pretty wild what did happen. And I'm happy to see that at least the effort I put in hasn't gone to waste. And that there are people who did enjoy it. Very happy about that. Yes. So that's all I got on that front. The only thing that was interesting that happened. But I also reached 104 subscribers on YouTube, so that's nice too. I am also very proud of that. Now I feel like I'm kind of obligated to do a good job with everything else now, though. I have more attention, means more work needs to be done. Oh well. I want to try doing better stuff. So, work for it, I suppose, is what I'm going to say. Or I'm going to keep working for it. What is that? Eraser, where is the eraser? Make the eraser smaller, it doesn't need to be that big. And I'll erase that too. We'll just move on to the arms. Ball. Oh, jeez. I sometimes have... What was I gonna say? I had a thought. I was gonna say I sometimes have trouble figuring out what to say. Which I suppose is the problem everyone has. So I probably won't actually talk about anything about that. I like it a lot, but also I don't in some way. I like it. I think I do. Another valuable sketch too. And okay. This is kind of only like, if I had to say, a second sketch layer, because it's still really messy, actually. I could probably color it, but I don't think it's quite ready for that just yet. And I've only been streaming for 30 minutes, so I should try a little bit harder. But I think this is basically what I'm gonna go for. Kinda. I feel like it's a good fusion between the two of them. It combines elements of both of them, and I think it's pretty evenly divided. In the sense that there's a little bit of both. But other than that, this sketch turned out really, really big too, actually. Usually I don't end up drawing them this big. Usually I can quite comfortably fit 2 Pokemon on one file, but this guy's taking up basically all of the space. Space hog. That's what he is. I can't believe it. You're space hogging. No, we won't say that. He's just trying to have a good time. Okay. Another sketch. This time you know what? I will try so hard on this sketch. I will do my very, very best in the whole wide world. Which means patience and carefully drawing. I do think that my digital art skills have improved a lot since I've started drawing on stream, though. And I can't wait to see where the rest of this goes. All honesty. My next project, my next Pokemon that I draw. I hope we're gonna get something that's not too hard to finish this off, so that I can finish this whole series off on a good note. That is my goal. But yeah, you never know. Sometimes you get Pokemon that fuse really well, sometimes you don't. That's what I get for using random generation. Okay, and this. Not bad, not bad. I think I should draw the hand and everything first. Because these are going to be like the highest visual priority. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but you know what? We're not going to worry about if something makes sense. We're just here for fun. For fun and practice. That's it. Okay. And maybe... Okay, that thumb look first. Ooh. I think this hand is starting to get a little too humanoid. But it is a monkey and they're supposed to be kind of human. They basically have human hands. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Oh. Oh. That hand. That's actually not bad for a hand. Considering everything, I think that's really, really good hand. Compared to the one up here, absolutely. In fact, after seeing that, I now think that I need to try harder up here. I can't just do that and then pretend like the other one is fine as it is. Or maybe I can and I'm going to regret this decision later, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. That will do, I think. They look like hands that a Pokemon might have. A monkey Pokemon, that is to say. Because it's a monkey and a bulldog. Not something you would think would be combined together nicely, but surprises are happening. Either way, I think I'm gonna be happy with the outcome of this. Yeah. Big arms. We need to erase a little bit. Almost there, almost there. Brush. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. And the brush. Okay. You can do this, Jojo. Yes, you can. Dream big. Believe in yourself. Maybe zooming in would a little bit more would help. Who says that I have to have the whole image on screen while I'm trying to draw it? Nobody says that I have to. So basically, I'm just not going to. Then we'll just draw. Oh, second. Okay, rather than trying to draw those separately, we'll draw, yeah, and then just put the lines there. Add a little extra. So. You know what? Blue lines are fine. One here, one there. There we go. That's it. That's how you draw a grand bull's paw. Grand bull. Sounds like a grandma bulldog. I never really thought about this before, but grandma bulldog. Oh, she has a little cane. Because her legs don't work like they used to. And a little purse, and you know that purse has those little grandma candies in them. Those little candies you get from grandmas. Okay, back to topic, back to proper topic. I don't really think I had a proper topic going. So, other than talk about Pokemon. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of either of these Pokemon, admittedly. If I've never used either of them or their evolutions in a playthrough of any Pokemon games. I don't know. I just didn't find their design overly appealing. I'm very much I play the Pokemon. I like how they look. I don't really use one based on strength, per se. But I'm also not playing in any tournaments, so it doesn't matter what Pokemon I really use. Because you can beat these games with basically anything. Because that's just the way things are. Yeah. I think that leg looks a little bit too big. So just a little bit. Where's my erase? We're gonna restart this leg. Probably put it a little bit more under the body itself. I'm thinking. Something a little more like that. Actually, I just straight up like the shape of that. Even without really having to mess around with it. I think that's a good shape to start off with. And then all we gotta do is draw the tail and probably clean up the one foot that I just drew without having a clean that up in tail. Tail and clean this up. Or tail should be there we go. Or maybe yeah, I think that's a little bit better. We'll also put Persimmion's art. I have absolutely no idea. I said it already, but I can't even say the name of this Pokemon. Whatever this Pokemon's name is. What is your name? I do not know. All I know is that I have never used you in a playthrough. I think in Jeez, what was it? Was it the Galar region? You could use an Oranguru in one of the battle modes at the... what is it called? You could rent some teams at oh jeez. At the place where you do the battles, not the stadiums, there were teams that you could rent. And I think one of those teams was a Trick Room team and it used an Oranguru. And I rented that team to try out a Trick Room team to see if I liked it. I mean, I did like it, admittedly. Trick Room was kind of fun to use. It is a neat little team. Basically is what I'm saying. But I never really invested my time in building a Trick Room team. Although I probably should have, because one of my pride and joy Pokemon was a Umbreon that I got Curse on, which is one of Eevee's egg moves. And Curse reduces your speed so that you raise your attack and stuff. And that would have been a really good Trick Room, or a really good Pokemon to have a Trick Room team built around. But I didn't get that far. I was like, no, maybe put one together someday. And then I just never did. Which is absolutely fair enough, I suppose. Sometimes stuff gets in the way. Sometimes you get busy and you forget and you stop playing a game, which is very sad. Admittedly, I didn't even finish like the DLCs for Sword and Shield. I didn't even finish them. Or, I mean, yeah, it was Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was the one with the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor. I played the Isle of Armor and didn't finish the Crown Tundra story. So honestly, I should hurry up and just get onto that. 'Cause, yeah, I kind of want to know what's happening. But I think partly the reason why I probably didn't finish it was I was looking for a marked version of some of the legendary Pokemon that you can get in the Crown Tundra and everything. I was looking for the marked version. So I was running around catching these Pokemon, checking to see if they had marks, and then soft resetting my game before I had a chance to save, or it saved on me, blah blah blah, so that I could try catching it again and hopefully get it with a mark. It probably wouldn't have been so bad if I wasn't looking for specific marks either, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this mark on this Pokemon and this mark on and I just made my life way too complicated. Anyways, I think the sketches or the line art is done. As done as it's going to get. Now it's time to color. We've been doing this for 46 minutes, so coloring time. How do I want to color these two? Or color this Pokemon? How do I want to do that? What color should go where? Color, let's go! Yeah, colors. Of course. We can't just leave this uncolorful like that. Well, I guess we can, but line art is looking nice. Thank you. It actually could be cleaned up a bunch. Look at this mess right here. Actually, you know what? I'll clean that out since I'm looking at it right now. Since I'm looking at this mess right now, I'll clean it. Anything else that's making me sad? Yeah, I guess this is. So, LOL, valid, yeah. It's okay, though. In the end, beyond coloring it in, I'm not going to be doing any shading. I just kind of lay down flat colors and then leave it at that. And I don't even necessarily lay down the flat colors that well. When it's all done, it's going to look okay. Like all the other creations that I made. I made lots of these guys. This is the last week of making these guys, though. Next week, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. Oh, geez, I even noticed another messed up. Back to the line art layer. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fix the line art while I'm thinking about it, while I'm looking at it. This right here. That. This is why I can't have nice things. That and one other reason. Okay, eraser. Much better. Much better. Now the ear is actually attached to its head. And not just something splatted on there. Very good, very good. Okay, back to coloring for real. Now, most of the body will probably end up being pink, I guess. Or... oh, this is so hard to figure out. I like the colors of these Pokemon, I suppose. I don't like trying to figure out where to put them. That it would make sense. I suppose... yeah, I guess we'll go with this for now and see how that goes. In the end, if I want to color it again, I can. It's not the end of the world if I look at the colors, don't quite like them, and I can try again. The only thing is that it's going to eat into the time that I'm going to have to use to make our next Pokemon. I'm so excited to see what the last one's going to be. What my last pairing that I'm going to have to work with is. It's a mystery. And it will continue to be a mystery for quite some time still, I imagine. For at least a few minutes. But I would like to know, and I'm excited to find out. Break this a little bigger. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Still in the pink, and I think that's all of the pink that we Nice, nice. Okay. Let's go with the Persimmon black color now. Blackish brown. I'm not sure exactly what we'll say it is. I think it's a brown. Black. A dark. Over here, it's a yellowy. Or it's an orangey. It is orange, I should say. Actually, you know what's interesting? So, technically, brown doesn't exist. Because whenever you pick a brown color, it is always going to exist within this orangey spectrum. That brown is really just darker oranges. Which is kind of interesting, kind of scary. So I guess trees are technically orange. Or, well, the bark on trees is technically orange. Which is very, very weird. Very weird. Who would have ever guessed? Odd things happen. And fill that in a little bit more. This, and the hands will also need to be brown. So there's gonna be some brown touching other brown colors here, which maybe isn't great for contrast, but you know what? I am not doing this to be perfect, so the best I can do, and that's all I can say. Either way, I think this is gonna turn out nicely. It's gonna be nice. Once everything is said and done, it's gonna be nice, and I'm gonna be proud of this little guy. This little guy. The little man, the little monkey pupper. A monkey pupper. A dog. And a monkey. They're 2 in 1. You can't pick between a monkey and a pupper. So you take both. Fuzzy guy. Yeah, he is fuzzy. He's got a beard. Got a big old beard going on. Fuzzy. Bulldogs aren't the fluffiest dogs, though, so yeah. The monkey parts are fluffy, but the bulldog parts are not so fluffy. We'll just have to assume that's how this works. I like bulldogs, I suppose. My cousin has a bulldog named Oliver. And Oliver is nothing but trouble. And I don't know if anyone really cares about that, but Oliver is a trouble. From the stories I heard, he's always up to something. I've met Oliver a couple times. And every time you see him, he's always so excited. He's always so excited when people come up. He's like, "Oh, hello, friend. I am dog." Devious and scheming, yes, he is. Like, I hear so many Oliver stories throughout the family. Everyone knows about Oliver. Not everyone has seen Oliver before. My mom has never met Oliver before, but I have met Oliver before. And yes, he does always seem like he's scheming. Like, I've heard stories of him jumping up on the table. He is not supposed to be on the table, of course. But he's jumping up on the table eating cookies. My aunt was making cookies. And she left them on the table. And you know who decided he was going to help himself to the cookies? Oliver. He's not supposed to be on the table. Yes, anyways. I love Oliver, though. I haven't seen him in a very long time. I wondered if he'd still remember me if I showed up. If I said, hello, Oliver, would he still remember me? I don't know. But yes, deviously scheming little guy. And I love him. I guess everyone has those deviously scheming pets sometimes. Or I shouldn't say everyone has deviously scheming pets. I feel like everyone once in their lifetime, if you ever have a pet, you have one that is always seeming to be scheming something. Always up to something. Whether it be breakouts or, like breakouts of the backyard or of the house. Just, you know, whatever troubles the pet might decide to get themselves into. I don't know. I don't know exactly where I was going with that, but I do think that, nice. Okay. Just a little bit bigger. I don't know what I am doing. We're almost done. We're almost there. We just have a couple more colors to fill in, and then we're ready to go. On to our next monstrous creation. I love monstrous creations. They're beloved. Orange up here. Brush. And nice. And then I just have to fill in the white and a little bit of green right there, I think. Kissimmee has some green stripes on his leaves. Or leaves. Well, I'd hope the leaves are green on his arms. Green stripes on his arms. Or their arm. Or its arms. Here we go. And we'll just grab the white color. I thought I heard something for a second. I guess it's not really white, but like an off-white. Oh, this is actually really hard to see where this is. Okay, we're gonna have to change colors for a second of the background. Oh. That wasn't a good idea either. Oh no, that's not a good idea either. Okay, great. Something a little more. There we go. Tricky. Yeah, it is tricky. Grab this color again. Brush. Almost there, though. Almost there. Oops. This is why I should probably actually be using a neutral background color. Oh, jeez. I'm coloring on the wrong layer. Color on the color layer, not on the background layer so that I can cover up all the mistakes that I made. All my mistakes. You can cover them up with more digital drawing ink later. Oh. Do, 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 do. And we'll draw. Coloring. Not bad. Oh, I need to color its eyes too. What color eyes should it have? Bramble's eyes are white, and Persimmion's are yellow-ish, I think. Yeah, yellow-orange color. What kind of eyes should it have? I want. I'll need to decide that in a few seconds. I might just go with white since that's the color I already have out. But it might look good with like a yellow-orange color too. Well, whatever color it ends up being, I think this is honestly turned out really, really well. I'm proud of this one. Honestly though, unlike some of the other ones, as soon as I saw these two Pokemon pop up, I was like, okay, I already have a bit of an idea of what I want for this one. It did not necessarily look like what I wanted it to look like, but that was more just I didn't think I would be technically or very able to create what I thought I wanted, so I just went with something a little bit easier to draw, I suppose. So here, grab this yellow, this pale yellow. And we'll see how that looks. Yeah, you know what? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. There's our first creation. Our first monstrosity. Honestly, it has some cute vibes. I don't think it's perfect. Someone more skilled than I could probably do it more justice, but with the skills that I currently have, I am proud of this. I am proud of this little guy. That guy. This sweet little bean. I would have one on my team. Yeah. It looks like it is so done with everything. And that if I asked it to throw that melon or ball at something, it would totally do that for me. It'd be like, I'll do that, sure. And I don't know. I think it's cute. I like. Good job, everyone. Good job, me. Give myself a pat on the back for this one. But we can't just, I mean, okay, I was gonna say, but we can't just leave it at that. We could, but I'm not going to. We're gonna merge these layers together. We're gonna delete these layers. Yes. We're gonna turn all these off. And I'm gonna go... We're gonna have to go back to our, Pokemon deciding thing. Our decision-making thing. So, here we are, back again. Still set to 2 Pokemon. All regions, legendaries, forms, sprite, all of that's included. So we just have to generate a new set of Pokemon. Okay, what are we gonna get? I don't want to look. Every time when I pick the second ones, I always get the most terrible combinations. Okay, here we go. Oh, what are they? A Stakataka and a Latias. See, this is what I'm saying. The first ones always go together so nicely. And then the next time I generate, I get this. I get this. How do you combine a Stakataka and a Latias? Or a Latios? Gotta remember, they're different, actually. One is blue and the other one is red. And they're different. Like, how do you combine these two Pokemon? I am having trouble seeing it, honestly. They're also legendaries in some technicalities. Because Stakataka is an Ultra Beast, which is basically a legendary, and then Latios is a legendary from Hoenn. Okay, gonna grab their PNGs real quick. They might not actually be their PNGs. Alright, gotta put the Photoshop back up. And then we'll just place the images. I gotta find the images first, because my desktop where I saved everything is just a mess. Okay, and file, then place another one. Latios. There we go. Okay. Now the question is, how do we combine these two? I've said it already, I'll say it again. Like, how do we do this? Maybe it's a very Latias body, and then it has Stakataka-like elements. I don't know if I like that idea, but it's probably just worth trying. Honestly, in the end, it's not about making the perfect Pokemon fusion. It's about practicing and getting good at drawing. Okay, switch color. So we'll just start with a Latias body, I suppose, or Latios. Yes, this is a Latios body. These have weird angles too to draw. I'm not. I am thinking I don't want to do this, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. That's all anyone can really ask for. It might not even be that good of a just the Latios drawing either. So this sketch layer. And then wings. Another wing. Oh, I guess maybe I'll just draw Latios, kinda. And then we'll figure out how exactly I can add Stakataka onto this. Okay, that's basically a Latios. There we go. Latios, and what elements from Stakataka are probably the most important to its design? I like things, I suppose. What if it's a Latias or Latios? Jeez. It has a brick pattern, And then it just kind of gets those holes with the eyes in it in places. Like, there's one of those eye holes. There's another one on its chest area. Something like that, maybe. I feel like that's gonna be a very creepy Pokemon. Like, very, very creepy. Creepy's okay, I suppose. I guess I can live with creepy if that's how we have to go about it. But, what else? What else? This is why I don't really like the Ultra Beasts. You don't really know exactly what they are. Like, you do, but you don't. They just don't naturally blend into animals, I suppose. Like, animal power. Animal brick. It's hard to combine them into one thing. What if, so it's got these legs, of course, that are made out of a lot of brick. What if we make its arms that? Grabbing another layer. Where did that other layer go? I did not actually grab another layer. Okay, I'm making another layer. Got. Should draw in this other layer in a different color. Just so we can see the difference between the two of them. Yeah. And maybe I'll even try to draw these kind of 3D like. Or maybe stick with simple shapes and figure that out later. Like that? Something like that. So that at least it's a little more Stack-Attacka than just a Latios with the Stack-Attacka skin on. You know? If it had legs like that. Or its arms were turned into that. So weird looking, but you know what? Maybe we just have to live with the weird. Sometimes weird is okay. We'll just turn the opacity down on these guys. And then X. And we'll make the brush smaller. I didn't realize how big the brush was until a little while ago. Like, that was a 25-point brush. Definitely don't want that for any kind of line art. Unless you're drawing something really, really huge, I guess. But I am not. Not saying that this canvas isn't big. This is a 3000 by 3000 pixel canvas. So it's a reasonable size by all things considered. But you don't want it that big. I don't want it that big, I should say. I don't know if that conversation made any sense at all, but I don't think that's the point, is it? No. We throw logic out the window here. Maybe a little bit. Okay. handle. That. There we go. Another one. Not bad, not bad. Honestly, this doesn't seem to be going too bad, in all honesty. Oh, geez. I have created a whole bunch of dots that I did not mean to put there. Where's the eraser? Love the drawing tablet, but sometimes it's too sensitive, sometimes it's not sensitive at all, and it's an absolute pain. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this, I love it. But it causes me a lot of problems. If I rest my hand on it, it will, by accident, it will definitely pick that stuff up. Where I have it placed, it's really easy for me just to accidentally put my hand on it too, because just the way the whole thing is set up, I suppose. If things were set up a little differently. Honestly, actually, I'd probably still be having the same problem, so. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the full body, and I'll just draw the arms on a slightly different layer, since I think those are gonna be kind of complicated. Overall, though, I think this is really good just for a laddie house drawing. Overall, you're not paying any attention to the fact that it's going to turn into a Stack-a-Taka monster. I think it's pretty good. Anyways, that. Then some lines for the brickwork. I'm not gonna bother making them perfect. We're just gonna. They just need to be brick-ish. That's all. Are my creations brick-ish? Yes. Okay. Now I draw the arms on a completely separate layer. Turn down the opacity on the line art. No, wait. That's not what I meant. Turn down the opacity on the line art. I turned it off. Turn down the opacity on the line art. No, I turned it off. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Draw a brick. Give it some 3D depth. Draw another brick. Same thing. Give it some 3Dness. It's a good thing Stack-a-Taka is not stacked perfectly. At least its legs aren't. I can get away with the fact that I don't know how to draw bricks. Or maybe... About that. And we draw... Good enough, I think. Wait. And... Not bad, not bad. And we just gotta do the same thing again. What if I just... Okay. What if I just cheat a little bit? I take the same brick arm. I Command T that. I switch it over here. I move that back a little bit. I put it below this layer. So that I don't have to draw 2 arms. Win-win if you ask me. Okay. So I'll turn off the brick arm that is behind. In fact, I'll turn that off too. It's time to color, basically. It is now time to color. New layer. Get an appropriately stack-a-tack gray color. The legs are a slightly different color than the rest of the body, so maybe I should use that color. If you look at it, it's kind of like a green-gray. That's interesting. You never really think about what colors that make up a color until you actually look at what color it is on like one of these. Because it's a very green, yellow, gray. Interesting. Okay, brush. Here on the layer underneath. We just start filling things in. Actually, I think we might be able to try a 3rd Pokemon today, maybe? I mean, if this is gonna be the last stream I do like this, for a while at least, and maybe I should try to do 3. Because we do got a little bit extra time compared to when I wanted to end versus what time we're at now. So, maybe. We'll see how long this takes us to color. Maybe I'll actually do some proper shading on one of these instead. To add a little more depth. Just for the sake of, you know, where was I gonna go with that? just to try it out. Okay, so there's the line art for that guy. Here. And we take some good old Latias blue. Latios. I never know the difference. And fill that in. I think that's a little too light, actually. You know what? It's fine. Tis fine, I say. It shall be okay. There's no reason to get too hung up on any of this stuff. And then we just draw. Fill that there. Don't have to be too careful. If it goes outside the lines a little bit, that just adds character. Character, yeah. That's it. I had a good sense of character. And put this in. That. No, wait. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I was going to say. What I'm doing. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't have a plan for anything. Okay. And please just work. Nope. They said I could color outside the lines, and now I'm being very careful not to color outside the lines. It's like, you can color outside the lines, it just adds character. But now my brain says, no, don't color outside the line. You need to look like a professional. Like you know what you're doing for at least 5 seconds. I am a professional menace. A professional Pokemon fuser. Technically not. I guess I'm a professional artist, though. If the standard that my one art teacher said is true, it's all you have to do is sell a piece of art, and then you're an artist. So, a professional artist. I've made money on my art, so I am a professional artist. Yes, that is true. Oh well. And we just color that all in. Color that all in. More coloring to be done. Lots more coloring. I think that's all the Latios blue that I need to color in. Oops. That is really outside the lines. Very outside the lines. Hello. Okay. Brush. I guess I'll make all the skin this gray color, this Stack Attack a gray color instead of white. Since I think Latios is definitely the most represented Pokemon here, the Stack Attack. Honestly, in some cases, just thinking about it, everything about Stack Attack on this Pokemon does feel like an afterthought. Like, to critique my own work for a moment, which I think is very important. To be able to see the mistakes you made and everything, like, by the standards that I would go by, Stack Attack does feel a little bit like an afterthought. But that's okay, since not every Pokemon fusion needs to be perfect. It needs to be a 1-in-1 mix of two. Sometimes it's just a strange mix of mostly one and then just the little elements of another. Oh well. Oh well. I'm not claiming I'm good at this. Okay, actually, you know what? Maybe I am. Maybe I am the best person drawing Pokemon fusions currently. Or maybe I'm not, because there's some people who are really, really good at drawing this kind of stuff. There's just people who are really, really good at drawing. I've said it before, but I love watching people draw. Videos of people drawing makes up at least a portion of what I end up watching on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm just an artsy person. Sometimes you can learn a little bit of stuff from watching other people. And sometimes you just sit there and stare at it for an hour and you're like, oh, wow, this has been an hour now. Yeah. There's really no in between, is there? It has come to my attention that I have drawn this eye very, very wrong. Oh well. We're taking some creative liberties. Liberties? Yeah. We're just gonna pretend that this is fine. Okay. And now, I'm gonna get rid of this. C, or Command J, Command T. We're taking the already colored arm. We're just gonna put it below everything. Because, you know what? I don't really want to color it a second time either. Nice, nice, nice. And now we just add the Stack Attacka eyes. And yeah, we'd be looking pretty good. At least I'm assuming those are eyes, but either way, we need to add them. It's not an option to not have those. So go here. It going right on its back. Color that in. Take this block right here too. We'll color that in. And then we also need to add some onto the arms. Although I may have messed up a little bit without really thinking about it, because I just realized that I combined these layers together, so now the line art and the coloring are one. Usually I just keep the colors underneath the line art. So now I have to be extra careful. So I caused this problem myself, though. The only way to fix it would be to go back a lot, and you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, because I don't have... Okay, well, maybe I have time, but I don't... Photoshop only lets you go back so far. It only lets you go back like 50 changes, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I've made more than 50 changes since then. So basically what I'm saying is it's impossible. And I'm just gonna have to live with the consequences of my actions. That's fine. We'll get over it. I'm already over it. And we'll color this in, and that will be an eye. And we add a couple eyes on this leg. I'll probably just make this one an eye on that leg and call it done. After we add the eyes, and suppose I will shade one of these a little bit. Because that's good. Getting shading practice will also be pretty valuable too. Because I got some time. I got time. Okay. Now we just... X... This... I was gonna zoom in and try to grab that color, but just for the sake of cohesion, I will grab this color. I'll just plop that one there. Plop here. There. One there. And one there. Change that. The dots in the middle. There we go. A Stackataka Latios fusion. Beautiful. Talented. Wonderful. Not my favorite thing I've ever created, but you know what? I never promised that these were gonna look good. He's just there. He's just there for the fun of it. Lovely little guy. Okay. We'll turn, or I will combine these layers into one. Merge layers. We'll delete that. Don't need that. What is this? Delete that, so don't need that. Turn this off, and we'll turn our bramble, whatever you are, back on, and I'll just do some very simple basic shading for this one. Get some practice shading in things. Okay, I need the selector tool. Make a selection around the entirety of the Pokemon. Just for simplicity's sake. So we, oh geez. Okay. Need a darker pink. That pink. Brush. 35. Make it soft. And bigger. And we'll just shade her in a little bit. Oh. Okay, wait. I remember now. I was kind of worried for a second, but now you multiply to get that color. Erase. We'll try this again, but with the multiply on properly. A brush. Or use a nice big brush. I'll erase what I don't like after the fact. I don't like how one of these colors turned out. I can erase it after the fact. Okay. Now, eraser. Erase this. Erase the color that's on here. Just leave the pink color on its skin. And here. Oops. I guess with the way I shaded it, makes no sense that this ear has any shading on it, so we'll just erase that. Also, melon. The melon. The fingers over here. Okay. There we go. New layer. Take brown, dark brown. And this will be the dark brown layers. Multiply. Okay. And do the same thing. I'll do the same thing over again. The eraser. The eraser is my best friend here. Erasing that. Erasing black on this brown. Oops. Last up, some of this and then the fluffy white color. Brush. Oh jeez, wait. I guess I could probably combine these two layers together and not have too issue, I guess. You know what? Probably better that I don't. Probably better that I don't. Multiply. Shading probably doesn't make any sense at all. With the way I have everything set up. Oh well. I don't get paid to be perfect. Good enough. Good enough. Or you know what? I'll try one more. Where's the eraser? I'll give it one more good go. And brush. Yeah, okay. I can live with that. Erase a little bit that I don't need. Okay. I don't... where was I going with that? I'm the melon, and then that's it. That's it. The stream will be over once I give this good coloring. But first... Well, I guess maybe a little bit of shading on the head, too. Up here. Under the ears and such. One more layer. Multiply. A little bit under here. You know what? Not bad, not bad. Take all of these and probably turn the opacity down a little bit, maybe. Make the shading a little more subtle on some of the colors. Here we go. This is the first one I actually shaded. Look at it go. Honestly, I don't think it turned out too bad. We're just gonna save that. So, what have I created today? Combine all these layers into one. Manti U over here. Take a look at Manti U. Up a little bit bigger. And turn off the reference images. There we go. That is what I created today. We have a Granville Bull Persimmon fusion and a Latios and Stakataka fusion. These two are quite the Pokemon. Overall, you know what? This wasn't a too bad of a day. I even shaded one because I had a little bit extra time around. So I think we're just gonna end the stream there. Yeah, I had a pretty good stream today. It was a good day. It was a good day. Yeah. What else do I have to say? Yeah, no, thank you to Lifeling Zuku and Egg-chan for hanging out, even if it was only for a little while. I'd like to thank everyone else who hung out and stuck around, even if it was only for a few moments. I'd like to thank you as well. And I'd like to wish everyone a safe and happy till whenever I end up seeing your usernames again, perhaps. And with that, I say bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. Bye.